So, anyway, got a little problem. Uh, got a misfire on number 5. And number 5 on here, when it misfires bad. Number 5 on these 4s normally have a gasket leak. And that's exactly what's going on. Got a little head gasket. Not worried too much about it. It's common. It's a normal thing for these Fords. It's just a pain in the butt to change number 5. Because you have all of that in the way. All of this stuff here is in the way. Now I am not going to bother taking all that stuff out. Nope. Because I don't have the patience to pull all that apart. So what I am going to do, I'm going to take this little thing here and pull the coil out. Then I'm going to pull the spark plug out. Then I'm going to stick this spark plug in. And hopefully that fixes the problem. Day before yesterday, when I bought the thing, it shot a spark plug out. And the guy thought that it was knocking or something, and the mechanic was trying to get over on him and charging him a whole ton of money to get anything done. And so nothing got done, and I ended up buying it, knowing what the problem was. And so I fixed that problem. It took me about 10 minutes. And we've had a misfire ever since. Common misfire spots at number 3 and number 5. Those are both the ones that I have to change, which makes me wonder if the left head gasket is blown with the right head gasket. But I don't think it is. I think it's just the right one that's got a problem. And even if it's blown, it'll run. It's not a water leak, it's an oil leak. Well, when it's on number 5, it's an oil leak. I think it'll be fine. So we'll just see what happens. I figured another 2,000 miles or so I should have the same problem. At least until I get that fixed. So we'll see what happens. And if you notice, I'm not holding the camera today because I'm not using my crappy broken phone. Yeah, not using it because it doesn't have enough time to film what I'm about to do or record or whatever you want to call it these days. Whatever these idiot devices do. So if the camera picture isn't in the right direction, it's not my fault today. It's the person laughing in the background. It's her fault. If I'm not actually recording this video, it's not my fault. It's her fault. And if you don't see this video, it's probably her fault too. Because I am not recording it on my piece of junk phone. That being said, I guess I'll start doing what I'm about to do here. Notice I'm wearing a white t-shirt. Let's see how long it takes for it to be turned a different color. Alright. Let's see, where's it at? You know how to edit these damn things?
The video?
Yeah.
In theory. But I don't.
Maybe do I? I think I got the wrong side of socket. No, I don't. Alright, so first screw to take off the coil is a 9/32. That is a 9, ain't it? Yeah, that's a 9. That's a 9/32. Now you gotta reach all the way up in here amongst all the hot things after you just get done driving it. And try not to drop that on the ground again. Then take your 2 fingers, turn the screw. Now I believe that the guy might have known that this thing had a head gasket issue. Judging from the fact that you'd have had to know something like that if the mechanic had to look at where the spark plug was blown out. Because this here is all antifreeze and oil right here. Just not a bad leak, and it's been doing it for quite some time, so I'm not too concerned. But it's definitely there. And it's been doing that probably since it was new, if I had to guess. Because these are notorious for doing it. And I think it might have been a recall on it, but I don't know how to go about finding out. But take that little screw out. And you take this out of here. This is your coil. Now that might be the problem. It's missing the spring. So this is your coil right here. You should always get a new one to put back in it, so you don't have to deal with the pain in the butt taking this back out again when it doesn't work. Oh yeah, it needs a coil. It's not the plug. But since it's off, I might as well change the plug anyway. So how do you know when your coil is bad? Well, aside from the fact that you be losing spark, this little white stuff comes from the arc of the coil onto the metal. And then aside from that, I don't know if you can tell, I don't know if the camera's going to get a close enough shot on it, but it's got a crack in it. Crack right there, and a crack right here. And it goes all the way around. And that's how you know when your coil is bad.
Flip it over to the other side. Another crack.
Yeah. So it's not the plug, it's definitely the coil, and the rubber is cracked up around the boot here. Probably because somebody, whoever tuned it up years ago, said, no, it's too complicated to get to this one. And it is. It's difficult to tell. But basically, the spark plug sits on it like that when it's down in the hole. And this is just one coil. This fan's got 8 of them. So I guess I'm going to go see how much coil is. But in the meantime, we're going to still change the plug out. And then we're going to stick this back in so we can run to the store to get another plug, which I don't.
Wasn't it $60 at the store yesterday?
Yeah, that's what worries me, because I don't have $60 for this damn thing. And I don't know. I had to go to the junkyard to pick one up. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can do. Try to find one with some new coils in it. Proper coils. So that's the summer things. This is the problem. And we are going to change it out anyway, since it's off and I don't feel like doing this again. You should change all your plugs when you change your plugs, because if you don't, then other things will happen that's really messed up. Like you might throw your timing off depending on what kind of car you have. It's not for every car that would happen, just for some. And so, get that up in there like so. Yeah, it's been in there for a while. Okay. I'm probably not going to film putting the new coil in, but I'm going to put the old coil back in, just so we can get around the corner to the parts store. And at least you'll see the general act of what needs to be done here when you have a misfire and a 5.4 that has a leak in all the wrong places. All the rest of them, except one of them, maybe 2 of them, are easy to get to.
Which one is this?
This is number 5. Number 3 is up on the front, behind the other one I changed the other day. Problem is, that's that sensor that's getting thrown off. It's probably because it got oil all on it. Pick up one of them too from the junkyard. And what really needs to happen is that these heads and the head gaskets need to be changed because this thing is shooting out spark plugs. So that's really what needs to happen. But it's probably not going to happen because it's expensive and because I can't afford it. And I could probably change this out myself, but it would be an ultra pain in the butt to do so. So it might not get done by me. Might get done. It just won't be by me. Whenever you buy one of these vans, you always want to pull that doghouse off. No, I take that back. Whenever you buy a Ford with a modular motor, the 4.6, the 5.4, or the V6 from like 97 and up, you want to pull the doghouse off. You want to go up under the hood around the backside of the motor, and if you got oil leak or what appears to be an oil leak leaking down on the starter, you probably have a head gasket issue, and I don't recommend that you get it unless you know somebody that can fix it. If it's just a shot out plug, that's a 10-minute fix. It's not the best kit in the world to fix it with, but it seems to work pretty well considering I drive pretty hard and pretty fast. Do I not? I fly in this goddamn thing. I move, so.
What'd you say? You drive it like a go-kart or something?
That's right. I whip this thing in the parking space like the Blues Brothers. This thing gotta be out of here by now. Stuck down in there.
Is this what you mean by hard to get to?
Yeah, I might stick something down in the head. Get that out of it. Tape, where's it?
The what?
Tape it out.
I think so. Should I film that too?
When all else fails and the spark plug gets stuck down in the hole, take a small piece of cardboard, stick that in the socket here, the wire in, and then like that, then bend it down, and then when you stick it all back in there again, what happens is, it'll go over top of that plug, like this, and it'll stick that plug and it'll come out.
What's that called?
Just a cardboard trick.
Just the Tom way of doing things?
Yeah. Alright, so we'll take this and stick it in the hole, and then we're going to pull the other plug out. Theoretically, as long as it's out, it should be out. Let's see what happens. Either it's going to be out or I'm going to lose this piece of cardboard in the hole. That's got to be out of there. I lost a piece of cardboard in the hole. Alright. And then things get complicated. Hold on, let's try this. Best way to do it is with a magnet, but I don't have a magnet. But it'll all come out in a second. I always use a wide enough piece so it don't fall into the hole. This is there's cardboard. Cardboard is out. We need a magnet, and I do not have a magnet, but I do have another socket that I can stick down in there and get that out with. This just ain't out. Might just not be out yet. Let's see what we got. And that's how that works. Cardboard, and it comes out. See, yeah, we got a bunch of stuff down in there. And the tip of this shouldn't be white like that. That means it's burning lean. Really lean. In fact, little chips of it'll break apart if I hit it. Interesting. So if it's burning lean and you have a fuel injected car, it's probably this thing called an O2 sensor, which goes into your exhaust right here. It has this funny plug that goes to it. It has oil all over it because it's got that head gasket. Something else I'm gonna have to fool around and replace at some point. Give me that plug up there. And yeah. So now this goes back in. Don't need the cardboard to stick it back in. You just need to put that there like that. And be really quick. And shove it into the hole.
Like what?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Keep that down there.
That's what she said.
Right. Alright, so it's got a bunch of dirt down in there, as we feel like, and tighten that up. That don't even look like an old plug itself.
So you think that one was replaced recently?
It looked like it was. Only thing I can say for sure, you know what? They might have replaced it thinking that was the problem. And it was. It's that coil is bad. That's what that is. They replaced the plug thinking that the plug was bad.
When really it's the coil because
it's the coil.
cracked.
Yeah, the coil is bad. I mean, this plug is bad now, but
because that gasket leak.
no, you know what? It ain't even got no oil on it. It ain't got no water in it. So no, I'd say the gasket leak is just external. It's not even an internal leak.
Is that good news?
Yeah, it's really good news because I ain't got to worry about water getting into the engine yet. Not yet. I mean, eventually it probably we'll be way out in the desert somewhere, and that's when the fucking thing will start acting up. All right.
So if our friends watching want to help you replace the head gasket, how much is that going to cost?
Somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000.
Every little bit helps.
Somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000. If I had to guess. If I had to do it myself and it wasn't my van, and I actually felt like doing it, I'd probably charge about $1,000 myself.
Plus parts, right?
And yeah, you'd have to buy your own parts. But because this is not an easy thing to get to. If it was on a Lincoln or a Ford truck, price would probably be a little different. That's it. And another thing, don't tighten these things down too tight. I mean, put them in there so that they're tight, but don't over tighten them because it's an aluminum head and these spark plugs shoot out of the head because they have a really short thread on. And that thread, when you strip it lightly, it will shoot the spark plug out and you end up with a broken coil. And you don't want to end up with a broken coil and a spark plug shot out because you tighten them up too tight. Or worse, you go to take them back out again, and when you reverse it, the spark plug breaks off because steel and aluminum doesn't mix too well. And the chemical reaction make the tip break off in the head, and then you're gonna have to do the entire head anyway. So don't do that. Alright, so that's out. And now we're gonna stick the coil back in. Basically that's in there. And this goes in on top of that. Kinda like that. Then you put this in there like so. And you tighten it up. That holds it in place. And then you got to plug that back in right here. And we're off to the races. Now I'm expecting this thing to misfire. Because it definitely needs a coil. Which makes me wonder if number 3 needs a coil. Probably does. And my prediction for the near future is that we'll be running to the junkyard to get a coil. A couple coils.
As many as we can find.
What money will allow us to get. We're lucky we can get them for cheap. So now I'm about to stick this back in here. And we're going to hope that it works for a little while. This goes inside of that. I wish I could get y'all a better picture of what the heck is going on. But due to the tightness of the situation at hand, that is not a possibility. Because there ain't enough room in here for me to get my fingers into. And I don't have giant hands.
You don't have giant hands.
They ain't giant, they big and they ain't giant. Can't get this thing.
You know what they say about big hands?
Same thing they say about big feet. Ow. You know, people are gonna cuss us out. They're gonna unsubscribe because of you asking these questions.
I was gonna say big gloves.
Yeah, right. Terrible.
Don't judge me and my dad jokes.
Terrible. Alright. Let's see. I want to go in there. What I need is a swivel. What I need is new tools. What I need, but I ain't got nowhere to put them. Ow. Yeah, I need a swivel. You know, that never fails. Gotta love it when that happens. It's rolling. You might want to look and see where it even went.
I think I see it. Oh no. Don't know what that is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Seriously?
You can't make this shit up.
Where'd it go? It's all the way under there.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be all the way in there? It's kind of like whenever you're working on something, you have to scratch your face. Because your hand is there. Just go around the other side and get it, otherwise you're going to get dirty.
I am dirty. I still can't reach it. I need a stick. A longer stick. Now I'm dirty.
So, another tip in doing this. When you're living in the van, you have to try to stay as clean as you can. So if you're not the one working on the van, you should probably not get yourself dirty, because then you're going to have to wash clothes. And when you're washing clothes, some laundromats are not friendly and cheap. Some of them are extremely expensive. And then you have to wash. Alright. Then we're going to tighten this thing up. So that's down in there. Now it's hot as hell. And tighten that up. Reach it. That's the right side. Okay, then you're gonna plug this back in. You figure out which side it goes on. So then you're gonna start it up.
And I hope it works.
Yep. Should work. Alright. And then after you start it up and it doesn't work, which is basically gonna happen because I need a coil, you're gonna go to the junkyard. And you're gonna make part 2 to this video. Might have worked. Might have worked. Maybe the light's still on. Still got a misfire.
You might want to say that again.
Still got a misfire. Gonna have to go get a coil. Couple coils. And yeah. So that's what the plan is gonna be. And now I'm about to look up and see how much a coil's gonna cost. New. So I don't like putting used stuff on my cars. And if it's cheap enough, then I'll probably try to pick one up. On the other hand, I'm not expecting it to be cheap because these Fords ain't cheap. They're expensive. So let me see how much that costs, and if there's a part 2, then you'll see part 2. And like and subscribe if you like the video, and subscribe if you like the video. And share the video if you want to share the video, and if you don't like, then subscribe anyway because the sky is blue for the moment and it's not snowing. So you should subscribe because of those things. And yeah, I guess that's it. Special thanks to the camera woman for getting dirty and grabbing my tools under the van.
And the dad jokes.
Yes, yes. The perverse dad jokes. Yes. What else?
Leave me a comment if you like the dad jokes. Whose channel is this?
Mine. At least it was. So that's about the summer things, and I'll talk to y'all later.
Alright, bye.
You ain't cut it off yet.